Hello Divide, I am Cheese, the raid leader of the LMP team. Welcome to the Forgeweaver Mythic guide. Alright, let's get into it, guys. So we're going to go over watching the POV of Banishers for Consequence. They did just kill this fight. I did also set up RCC orders and everything along those lines, so this will be a little bit more in-depth and probably a little bit of a longer video, although it's not too difficult of a fight. Single target DPS in this fight, you'll see towards the end, although relevant to make the end shorter is not Giga Prio. So the best thing I can recommend is find what would be best for your guild based on our comp, and we'll go from there, and I'll break everything down. So this fight is mainly P1 is the most difficult part. P2, the boss should have low health and be a breeze. And the main thing in P1 is going to have our CC chain set up and damage profile set up. Most people just do 0, 2, 4, 6. Lust is around 6, I believe. And that changes for like a sub-rogue and a Frosty K with breath. Not sure if it changes for other classes specifically, but do look into your stuff and make sure you're doing stuff correctly. So this fight's a lot like Heroic, except it's more punishing, and we sort of spread people out a little bit differently. So you'll notice there's 4 marks around the room in the middle. So there'll be 3 marks, 1 for each pillar. They'll be different than what you see in the video here based on the weak or northern sky that we use. And then there'll be marks around this middle of the room. These marks just show where the boss will be in relativity to the void hole that you can't stand in appears. It's just don't stand in it. So pretty much what it is this little blue circle will appear. If you stand in this, you take, I'm not sure if it's a one-shot, but you take damage every 1 second. It'll be a lot. The idea is you're just going to spawn the ads directly here on the boss, and then we have to CC and kill them before they get away. You'll see in this video, a couple do get away, and they do zoom, and that's where DKs will have to be ready with grips. But that's it. This soak, the way it works is, I can show you actually, if I close this, and I don't think we're going to set anything up currently for this. Oh, it says on Heroic, so I may have to set this up no matter what for Mythic, so we'll see about that. If not, it does prefer range in the first soak, melee in the second soak. We'll see if that's consistent here. And I can also set up soak numbers as well based on what other guilds are doing, so that's not a problem either. But we are just slamming the echo separate. You're hitting it here while hitting the boss. Killing this echo is going to be very important. Same as Heroic, we have to kill the first one, so majority of people are hitting it here, and then we're back on the boss. And then you'll see another Void Terror appears, and then it's the second one that's going to take place, right? So I'm not sure if our CC rotation will look exactly like this, as I haven't seen a Northern Sky one, but there is a weak aura built in, and there will be sets here, so it will show us what people are using for every set. You'll see the Void Terror is going to form here, which means the boss is going to be here on this mark, and we will be spawning under the boss. So they're going to do a knock into a binding, into a Nova, into a ROP, and so it's just staggering those, making sure that you're looking at the CCs and then following up next to next. Okay, so Hawk never used his Nova here, so that's why it never went off, but that's something you would be looking for, and we do this. Based on the timers, the first knock's at 31 seconds, then there's 2 at 117 and 132, and then there's 2 sets of 3s that are about 15 seconds apart for each. So killing these, again, is #1 priority, so, they zoom. These are with slows on them. We'll see if we can see one get away later, but they do go very fast. So it looks like this echo, same as Heroic, they're taking it out and not caring about it for the most part. So first echo we do kill, second echo we do not care. It's just free funnel and free cleave, and we'll just take it into intermission with us. And we're just rotating through our CCs. Again, in reference, you should be looking at, oh, here's one right here. Perfect. So I'll slow this down a little bit just so we can see it in real time in terms of the speed behind it. But this binding missed one of the ads, so that's probably the placement of the player. This guy was off to the right for some reason. You don't want to be that. You want to make sure you're absolutely pixel stacked. It didn't get gripped by the binding. It looked like it got hit, but didn't actually count for some reason, and it's off on its own, and it zooms. It's going very fast here, and so extra knockbacks will be warranted here, and to follow up. So, but lots of ours are taken. So knockbacks that are free that are not assigned would be really mages. Blast waves are all that we have. So make sure that majors are keeping an eye on this. If you do need to knock a singular one back, I do not want these also going everywhere because they will not die. So we got to keep that in mind. And of course, pizza can grip these in if we need. But you'll see it zooming, and then it's just getting it under control here. That's the one that was loose. It's the one ahead of everything else. So going intermission, we hit intermission as are slept, so you'll kill ads, and then we are switching to pillars. And so I've set that up here in terms of which pillars we will be going to. So there'll be 3 different pillars around the room. They'll be marked. Where are my pillars? Star, circle, and diamond. Star will be, if we're walking into the room looking at the boss, star will be on the left side, circle will be on the right side, diamond will be at the start of the room. And this is how we will split our DPS groups. I believe tank, you still have the same mechanic as Mythic, as they will charge and pulse. So I didn't put you guys on any pillars to start, as you will start most likely an ad right on the pillar that was taking the most damage, etc. And then it's just nuking these down as we split. Our goal, I believe, is to kill them at the same time. Someone, I'm sure, will correct me with what happens if we don't kill them at the same time, but they do want to die relatively at the same time. So we are, using stuff here. Looks like we're phasing here at 3 minutes-ish, so not many CDs up outside of maybe Zessy's Ascendance. But we'll just be doing damage and cleaving these down, bringing an ad over. This is the big ad to soak it and the Forge ad, and it's just a lot of healing. There's 1 healer in each pillar. It's a 3 heal fight, and it'll be their job to keep us alive, rotating your DRs most likely and getting out of the space as soon as possible. Okay, and you'll see this thing just died at the end of the phase. It was perfect timing. We'll aim for the same. We get our damage amp, same as heroic. You bring it to the boss. You're doing as much damage as you can, etc., etc. And then we're doing it again one more time where there'll be 3 different sets. So we're going to do our CCs. We'll see them stack up here. 4 ads spawn, like so. And then it's just CCing, and then the first group will soak first, second group will soak second. I believe you just go back and forth between 2 groups. I do not think you need 3 groups, but maybe. Oh, I guess, no, you should only need 2 groups. This second ad looks like same as the first. We don't really care about it. Same as heroic, I should say, excuse me. So we'll just leave that one up to do its thing. So it'll probably be odd soak and an even soak, right? And that's it. And it's really just killing ads. So we'll fast forward a little bit. This is second intermission, same pillars, nothing's changed. Doing as much damage as we can. And this is phasing here into the last damage amp. Killing the echo on its own will be important, but this damage amp will definitely prio it, so we'll just be cleaving it down. Tanks will have to work on tank swaps in terms of stacks and everything to not die, but they will do their best. I'm not sure why Banshees is standing way over here. I don't really know what that does. So we'll assume nothing. And now we are phasing. That was Lust as well. Now we're going to phase into P2. So going into P2, their boss is at 9%, which pretty much means it's irrelevant. They should kill the fight right there at 7% before anything happens. I will set up a couple CC knockbacks here for these ads. Hopefully ours will be around the same percent, so this won't really matter. But this is really all down to managing our CC on those ads. So that's all for the fight differences. I will link Lorgs, the log for consequence, and all that good stuff in the channel below. And then if anything else comes up, you guys can let me know if you have any questions or concerns, but that should cover most everything. If anything changes, we'll adjust, roster-wise on the fly, and make changes to the week or as we need. Okay? Thanks so much, and we'll see you guys Monday. Hopefully we can get a Luthamar and this on Monday. That would be crazy, or at least some good prog on this guy.